It's fair to say that gaming is changing the world. And by changing the world, I mean it's changed the way we grow, work, live, and play. A lot of this has to do with the evolution of gaming, where we've gone from 20 years ago playing Game Boys and Nintendo 64s to now playing PlayStations and Xboxes and mobile games on our iPhones that run at the speed of light. And when you think about this progression in 20 years, is absolutely insane. But guys, rest assured, today I am here to tell you about a progression that is changing the gaming scene unlike any other. And when I say insane in the membrane, I mean this is something that is insane in the membrane and could sweep the gaming world by storm over the next 2 to 5 years. And that evolution of gaming is the space of NFT gaming. Now, before you jump off the rails and say, oh my goodness, but what about the environment? Too many emissions coming from NFTs, or crypto is a scam, or NFTs aren't worth a thing. Hold up, hold your horses, hold your horses. My name is Bryson. I am here to navigate you through this metaverse conversation of NFT Gaming Explained, where we're gonna go in depth for the next 5 to 7 minutes and talk about why NFT gaming could change the world and give you the information that you need to make sound decisions on NFT games. But first, let's start with a little story. When I was growing up, I started by playing video games like Madden and FIFA. And in these games, I played with in-game items called FIFA Ultimate Team players. And it was interesting because I could go in the marketplace and I could spend my own hard-earned money, well, my parents' hard-earned money, and exchange it for items. I could exchange it for these FIFA points, these Madden points, which pretty much represented a digital currency in a game. And I could use them to buy these in-game assets. And these in-game assets were then used to play in these different video gaming scenarios. And then Madden and FIFA would launch a new game the next year, and then they would take my money again because I would have to go through this buying process over and over and over again, like a reoccurring cycle. And maybe you're not familiar with Madden or FIFA and you're not a sports guy, but if you are an FPS person, you've played Call of Duty before, potentially you've played Valorant or CSGO or some game that is a first-person shooter, and you've owned camos in the game. Maybe you shot around and you've unlocked a camo in the game, or you've purchased a camo off of the Valorant marketplace, or you purchased a skin in CSGO. Well, all of these would be considered as in-game assets. I've done them all. I've had fun with them, and I've enjoyed playing with these in-game assets that we call skins, camos, gun variations, and everything in between. Well, the biggest problem with buying these items in these games is you don't really own them. Like, for example, I could spend $100 on a camo in Call of Duty or Valorant or CSGO, and I can never actually take that camo and go back and resell it to somebody else or get my money back. There's no true equity value in it. You aren't really the owner of it, of that digital asset in that game. You just get to use it pretty much for the lifespan of the game, or however long you decide to play it. And this is why NFT gaming is changing the world. So let's break it down a bit. I don't want to get into the jargon about talking about non-fungible tokens, but let's look at it from the perspective of the definition of NFTs is pretty much owning an item that is digitally represented on the blockchain. If it's something that you can put in a digital format and throw it on the blockchain, it's pretty much an NFT. Now, of course, there are other lingos and jargon, like the fact that, this NFT is pretty much its own unique asset and it's visually represented on the blockchain and all these other things. But at the very root, just think, if you owned a digital asset, like for example, if I took a selfie of myself and I put it on the blockchain via OpenSea or some other platform, that's pretty much creating an NFT that I could buy, sell, and trade. Now, when we think about it in terms of video games, imagine a world where every in-game asset that you purchased in Valorant, CSGO, Call of Duty, or FIFA was represented on the blockchain and had an actual inherent monetary value because you could buy, sell, and trade it using cryptocurrency. Well, at the very root, that is what NFT gaming is. It is the combination of video games that have in-game assets that are represented on the blockchain. It has nothing to do with just a simple piece of, oh, is this an NFT art, or is this going to be a scam, or is it killing the environment? No. It's no different than playing any other traditional game. The only difference is the assets that the gamer owns reside in their wallet. And by wallet, I mean they pretty much can buy, sell, trade them, do whatever they want with them without developer discretion and stopping them from handling or owning or doing anything related to the property rights of that asset. A prime example of this is, let's say you had a crypto wallet on Ethereum. Let's say you had a MetaMask wallet and you jumped into a game of Valorant and you're like, hold up, I want to buy this really cool skin. So you go on the Valorant marketplace, you buy this skin, but instead of the skin just showing up in the game only, it now is represented in your crypto wallet, and you can take it onto any NFT marketplace and buy, sell, and trade it. That would be a visual representation of having NFT gaming combining with a traditional game like Valorant. Now, when you take it a step further, there are traditional games and there are NFT games that are solely NFT focused. And for that, think of a game like Axie Infinity, which is a Pokemon inspired blockchain game where every little pet that you own in the game is actually an NFT. The reason why this is so significant is because there hasn't been a world previously where gamers have owned the rights to their assets in the game, where gamers have had say, where gamers have had voting rights in these games to make decisions that impact the overall greater economy, the greater gameplay, and the greater community of what is being built around the game. Giving gamers these ownership rights allows them to play with their favorite skins in a video game, but also own the ability to buy, sell, and trade them. And that is incredibly powerful because now you're adding real world economics to video games and you're allowing people to pretty much own the way they work and play in the metaverse. And although this concept is new, we're starting to see traditional gamers and game companies do partnerships to jump into the NFT gaming space. Like for example, we just saw GameStop partner with a crypto company that builds blockchain technology for video games. The head of gaming at YouTube, or former head now, just recently signed a deal to become the CEO of a large crypto company that also creates blockchain-based technology for video games. And more notably, traditional gaming organization 100 Thieves launched their first gaming asset that represented their world championship win in the League of Legends circuit. So when we talk about where the world of NFT gaming can go, think about it from the perspective of it's not just NFTs. The focus is allowing gamers to own the items that they play with in video games. And that is incredibly powerful. Of course, I highly recommend that you make your own decisions before solely just aping into NFT games, but understand that everything that you see in the media isn't always 100% accurate. For example, the 100 Thieves NFT dropped only cost the same emissions as the amount of sending 2 emails. Remove the 100 Thieves part about the emissions and sending emails. So guys, I know this video was a bit long-winded, but a simple explanatory video for NFT gaming explained. NFT gaming is just the combination of video games giving their gamers property rights over the in-game assets that they use. So if you're a gamer and you like playing FPSs, maybe you go out and buy a camo and you want to use it, you want to own it and play with it in this video game, but now you have the rights to sell it on the blockchain and earn cryptocurrency. Or maybe you're playing a sports game like NBA 2K and you pull a very rare LeBron James golden card in Ultimate Team and you want to be able to buy, sell, and trade it. Well, with NFT gaming on top of that, you would have the ability to buy, sell, and trade it on an NFT gaming marketplace. The future for gaming is absolutely bright, and